Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, so we are on page number 46. Left hand side, last box is there, root pressure. Get your pencil ready. Like I told you, we are revising. So I will be little quick today. And audio and other explanation which we did in April month that I will send you again in our WhatsApp group. So if anyone wants to revise, they can also revise it. Okay, so let's focus on root pressure. Last time we were discussing what is root pressure. As the name suggests, that roots are surrounded by water. So because of osmosis, water will enter into roots. Outside there is more water, and it is hypotonic because inside cells of root there are so many minerals. So it becomes hypertonic. So water is less as compared to outside soil. So water will move from soil to root. Now these root cells will further pass this water because of osmosis from one cell to another. Again, I repeat, because of osmosis, root cells will pass this water. How it will pass? Suppose if few root cells are filled with water because of surrounding soil. Now, nearby cells are having less water as compared to this cells. So they will pass water from its high concentration to low concentration. When they absorb water, nearby root cells, they are having more water as compared to their nearby cells. Like you can see this figure 4.13 also. Page 47, right hand side, figure 4.13 also you can see for this explanation. In this, they have shown root hair, right hand side, and inward arrow is there. Why inward arrow? Because water is entering inside due to osmosis. So when it goes inside, the nearby cells will have less water. So again, because of osmosis, water will move. In this figure, it is going left hand side, right? Again, left hand side, less water is there in cells. So cell to cell osmosis is taking place. So now we understand its definition because you have to learn this definition. Root pressure is the pressure developed in roots due to inward movement of water. As you can see in arrow, inward movement of water. But how it is going? Cell to cell osmosis. So inward movement of water through cell to cell osmosis. And because of that ascent of sap, ascent means upward movement, and sap means liquid present inside the cell. So you can say ascent of cell through the stem is taking place through root pressure. But root pressure can help till certain height only. If tall trees are there, then there will be transpiration pull. What is transpiration pull? That we studied last time, but that then also that video I will send today. What is transpiration pull? When transpiration is going on from leaf will remove some water. So leaf cells will remain empty. So they will take water from nearby cells. Say for example, from stem. Stem cells will have less water. So again they will absorb or they will take water from its nearby cells due to osmosis. So these way this transpiration is pulling. It's pulling water channel upward. So this is known as transpiration pull. So root pressure is important. It can send water up to certain height, but then when it reaches into xylem, this water column will move upward because of transpiration pull. So two things we have to learn. What is root pressure? That you can also study from this figure 4.13. And next you have to study that is transpiration pull. Because of that also water is going upward. Yes, one more student is there, Krish. Okay, in group I will write all the names. So if anyone is left, you can tell me that, ma'am, I was there, or just now also I will confirm. Okay, so we are on page number 47.4. That topic is root pressure 4.5. They are just asking you that you can practice this in a small plant and how you can see root pressure experimentally. So little experience or a small experiment they've asked to do, that when you cut a shoot of a plant from its near area to soil, nearby to soil, little water droplets will come out. That is because of root pressure. Early in the morning, when more water is available and transpiration is less, so root pressure is there and water is going upward in roots. So this root pressure will send this water to stem. So nearby soil area, that little cut if you put in stem, droplets will come out. That shows that it is a root pressure, and because of that it comes out. So here in 4.5 topic they have explained that how water is moving cell to cell inside roots and then it reaches to stem. That flow can be seen in this figure also, that it is going inward due inward movement of water molecules because of cell to cell osmosis. So root pressure is one of the important force which gets the water inside root, not only inside the root but it also sent to stem. But like I told you that only root pressure alone, like you can see here last 3 lines, this only root pressure is not enough to push that water upward in tall trees. So for that you need transpiration pull. Okay, the next topic we are going to do is about dewdrops. You might have seen dewdrops in early morning in winter season, or whenever early morning temperature is less, sunlight is not that much, so transpiration is not going on. But because of root pressure, water starts moving upward. So you can see small water droplets in margin of leaves. It shows that this excess of water which plants are not able to remove due to transpiration, as sunlight is not there at that time. So this water is removed from its margin of leaf. So from leaf margin, this excess of water, why excess? Because root pressure is sending that water upward, right? So that becomes excess for the plant. So they have special small holes, small pores, that is known as hydatodes. So these water droplets or dewdrops are coming out not from stomata, because from stomata it always go in the form of water vapor. So difference also we are learning. Stomata removes water in the form of water vapor, whereas what dewdrops, that water droplets you can see, is coming out from small opening known as hydatodes, and this process is known as guttation. Okay, so again I repeat, what is guttation and what is hydatodes. So difference also you can learn. Many small plants in early morning, they show water droplets on their leaf margin. Why it is happening? Because when excess of water is going inside due to root pressure, this excess of water plants wants to remove. But because sunlight is not there, transpiration has not started, so they are removing this excess of water through small holes. These small holes are present in leaf margin. It is known as hydatodes, and this process is known as guttation. So page number 47, that paragraph you tick mark, definition of guttation. So it comes out from leaf veins and through small holes. It is written hydatodes or not, otherwise I will make you write. It is known as hydatodes.
Ma'am, it's written in next chapter at the
Okay.
end.
Yes, in transpiration it will be there. So otherwise you can write hydatodes, Hydatodes. Hydatodes are small pores through which water droplets are coming outside. So that topic is over. Then next progress check you have to do by your own. If any doubt, you can ask me. Then next topic is importance of root hairs. Yes, like I told, like we discussed, that roots are important for absorption of water and they are in contact with soil particles. So more its surface area, more absorption will take place. Again, I repeat. more area of root, more absorption of water, correct? So to increase their surface area, roots are having small root hairs. So these root hairs are in contact with soil particles. And like I told you, because of osmosis, water goes inside. Turn the page, page number 4.14. Sorry, figure 4.14, page 48. So figure 4.14, you can see there are so many root hairs. When you observe in microscope, you can see only few. Like here in figure, it is shown only three, but there are so many, thousands of root hairs. So they all are in contact with soil. So they are increasing surface area. Function of root hair is to increase surface area and to get that water inside. So root will take more water and then it's sent to xylem. Like in figure, you can see arrow is shown that it's going inside. That arrow means water is going inside. Then it's going upward in a tube-like structure. That tube-like vessel is xylem vessel. So these way root hairs are helping plants to get more and more water. And like what is osmosis, that you all know. Okay, now figure 4.15. There are certain experiments to understand this topic, that how you prove that roots are absorbing water. So just study figure A, in which a small plantlet is kept which has roots. These roots will absorb water from test tube. So after some time, you will see that water level will decrease because this test tube is kept in sunlight. So transpiration is going on from the leaves. They will remove excess of water through water vapor through transpiration. So roots are absorbing water. And in third figure, after some time, you can see that water level is going downward. So it proves that roots are absorbing water. Another question comes, what if the test tube is kept open in sunlight? Some of the water will evaporate also. What is evaporation? Removal of water through its surface. Through the top surface, it will be removed as evaporation. So to stop that argument, we have kept one control experiment, figure B. Second test tube labeled as B. That is a control experiment on top of which we have kept oil. In all this test tube, you can see oil is kept. Question can be asked, like, diagram based questions are there. What is the function of oil? Why it is kept there? So the reason why we have kept oil layer is to prevent surface evaporation. So nobody can argue that because you have kept that test tube in sunlight, evaporation can also take place and water level can decrease. How you will prove that these roots are only responsible? So here we have proved with the layer of oil, and in control experiment also layer of oil is there. After 1 hour, 2 hour, in control experiment, that is B, test tube B, there is no decrease in water level. It is also kept in sunlight. Oil will prevent evaporation of water from the test tube. So why in test tube A water level is decreasing? Because roots are absorbing water. So that experiment is very easy to conduct, and that also you should know why oil is kept. Okay, next experiment, figure 4.16, that you need microscope to check. Like if you want to see that roots are absorbing water, okay, and if you want to see where this water is going, through what? Xylem, phloem, through what it is going upward. So you can see in figure 4.16, a beaker is kept and little red color we add so that when it absorbs water, the water going inside is red in color. So when you take its section, when you cut it, and when you take its section to observe under microscope, left hand side of this figure, you can see that under microscope, you can see red color dots. And it is exactly arranged in a way which way xylem is arranged in stem. So when you cut this stem, after some time, because root has helped this stem to get that water, and this water is red in color, so you can see red droplets Through which it is going upward? It is going upward through xylem tissues. So in particular manner it is arranged. So this is because xylem is arranged in this way. So in root xylem, you can see the arrangement of xylem is different. In stem also arrangement of xylem is different. And topmost figure, it is present in leaf. So in leaf also veins are carrying that water. So as you cut the section from different places, root, stem and leaf, you can see its movement also. This section is known as transverse section. Transverse matlab aap cut karte ho use, that is transversely. TS. In short, it is also known as TS. T for transverse section. So through microscope, you can prove that. That also you can prove that water is conducted by xylem along with this experiment. One more way is there, that if you don't have microscope and you want to prove that xylem is conducting water and phloem is conducting food, so there are two experiments given. Figure 4.17. See figure 4.17, in which one stem is kept in beaker A. This beaker is having water, so water is available, okay, for conducting upward. From figure A, that stem is cut from outside. In beaker A, stem is kept, but it is cut from outside. So inside the middle portion, xylem is intact. Phloem is cut. Now in second figure, the center part, which is xylem, is cut and phloem is intact. Xylem is cut in second figure. So you can see in middle there is little hole. Some part is cut from its middle portion, that is xylem part. Now figure A and B is clear. What is cut? From one figure, first figure, xylem is intact and phloem is cut. Figure B, phloem is intact, xylem is cut. Keep it for some time. After 2-3 hours, when you observe it, what is your observation? First figure, leaves are turgid. Now we have studied what is turgid. They are filled with water and so they are stretched. They are fully open because xylem is not cut. So xylem is continuously sending water upward. Okay, so figure A, result will be leaves are fully stretched. Second figure, because we have cut xylem, water is not going upward. So after 2-3 hours, leaves are doing transpiration. So they are losing their water content, but they are not getting new water. It's not replaced by the water coming from downward. Why? Because we have cut xylem. So water is available, stem is there, but you can see in figure, there is little space in that figure, figure B, that is cut. You can see that xylem is cut. So water is not going upward and hence the leaves will droop after some time. It will not have enough water and it will droop. So these experiments prove that xylem conducts water and not phloem. So this experiment, how it is asked in board exam, figure is given and then some questions will be asked, that what is the aim and how you can see that, why you can see xylem is cut and phloem is cut. What is our purpose of cutting both the things? So that also can be asked. What is the result of this experiment, conclusion? So that way it is asked. Same way, figure 4.18. 4.18 is for phloem. We want to prove that phloem conducts food. So first figure you can see, portion is cut, that is phloem. Xylem is intact, but phloem is cut. Phloem is in the periphery. Periphery matlab outside. Center में xylem है और उसके surrounding phloem है. So in that potted plant you can see phloem is cut from the stem. Now after some time, after few hours, when food is produced in leaves, that food will come downward through phloem. Food is coming downward through phloem, but as you can see that there is a cut. So at the end of this experiment, last figure, there are three figures. Third figure, you can see little swelling is there at the top portion. There is a cut, the upper portion and the lower portion. Okay. So there is a swelling in upper portion. Why? Because the food is coming down, but there is no channel available. Phloem is not available to conduct it downward till the roots. So it will be accumulated there. Food will be accumulated. So this is the result of experiment, that at the end of experiment you can see swelling, that is accumulation of food, and you can prove that because we have cut phloem, food is not being passed. So it proves that food is conducted by phloem. Okay, so that is the important experiment which can be asked as diagram based questions. Okay, next page, page number 50. Last topic. This question is descriptive. Descriptive matlab you have to write and you have to explain. The question can be, explain how ascent of sap takes place. Ascent of sap matlab, ascent means upward movement, sap means liquid present in plant. I am not using word water. It's not only water. It has some minerals and salts dissolved in water. So it is known as cell sap. So ascent matlab upward movement of cell sap is because of which factors? So let us study two. So we have already studied. Root pressure we have studied. Because of that pressure, water is moving upward till little height. Not for tall trees, but if there are small plants, root pressure is enough. Like small grasses, they don't have even xylem and all. Monocots don't have xylem and phloem. Root pressure is enough to send that water till that height. Then one more third topic, what is transpiration pool? That also I have explained, that because of transpiration there is a pull. If you keep, I will give you one example. If you keep a straw and you want to take that drink from a glass, right? So a straw is kept in a glass. You have to take water up with some force. You have to apply that suction force. Because of that, that liquid is moving upward in straw. Same way, tall trees are there. So in tall trees, how water is going upward? Not only because of root pressure, they should have this transpiration pull. So whenever sunlight is there, wind is there are so many factors. In next chapter we are going to study. Transpiration is affected by so many factors. So when transpiration is more, there is a pull. It will give a force, and so that water is coming upward. Now, one more, let me tell you with one more example, that if you are taking liquid through this straw, it is possible. But if you are taking solid powder like salt, you want to take through straw, it's not possible. Why? Because salt and salt particles are not that attached that it will move upward. But liquid particles like water has more attraction with each other. So this force is known as cohesive force. Cohesive force means when same particles, water and water molecules are same particles, they have more attraction. So when water is pulled upward, there is a whole channel moving upward. Like if you want to water a plant in your garden, okay, with a tube, you can easily do if force is there. If force is there of water, through that pipe you can easily water your plants. Why? Because liquid will move faster. They will be, the channel will be continuous of water. So you can easily spread that water in your garden because water molecules are having cohesive force. So just see in third point. In third point, it is written, fourth line, water molecules remain joined because of cohesion. So cohesion is a phenomenon and force is cohesive force. Okay, so there is a constant moving of water upward because of cohesive force. Okay, second point is capillary nature of xylem vessels. Capillary means thin tube. Now I have given you example of straw, so let us study with this. Straw is thin, then only you can give that force and you can take it. You are getting? अगर आप 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6 straw, if you keep together in a glass, then also water will move upward in a straw, क्योंकि straw पतली है, diameter उसका narrow है, thin tube है. So xylem is like a thin capillary, thin tube. So this is capillary action. If there is a very big diameter, मतलब जैसे कि आपकी पानी की बोतल है, उतना बड़ा डायमीटर है, अब मैं आपको बोलूं कि इससे आप वाटर ऊपर सक करो, यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू डू सो, क्योंकि उसका डायमीटर कितना बड़ा है, इतना फोर्स आप नहीं लगा सकते. हाँ, अगर इलेक्ट्रिक मोटर है तो ये पॉसिबल है, बट वी कैनॉट टेक this big diameter straw and we cannot take that water upward. Same way plants भी living tissues है, उसमें भी कोई इलेक्ट्रिसिटी नहीं लगी हुई है. So it is also a living tissue. It has to take this little force from transpiration to move that water upward. So xylem is thin tube. It is very thin and small in diameter. So it is known as capillary of xylem vessel, that is narrow diameter. Last point, fourth point, that is adhesion. Adhesion means attraction between two different molecules like water molecules and xylem vessel. So when water is moving upward, water will stick to xylem vessel, so it is going upward. If there is no attraction, then it will not go upward. Like if you take a salt particles with straw, that salt will not go upward. You apply force through that straw, then also it will not reach till your mouth because it does not have that attraction, that is adhesion. So what is adhesion? It is a attraction or force between two different kinds of particles. Here it is water molecules and xylem vessel. So because of transpiration, when water is moving upward, this xylem vessel will have that attraction with water molecules, so it is constantly moving upward. And one more example they have given for this. In right hand side, one box is given where tall trees are shown. Like one tree is given, coconut trees, say for example, it's very tall. So how water will move upward? Now I will use different word. How ascent of cell sap will take place. You are getting in exam which way they ask? How ascent of sap takes place in plant. Give four theories or four forces responsible for that. So you have to write all these four forces in your fair book. Okay, so this chapter is over. Objectives and diagram based questions.
Ma'am, I have a doubt in objective.
हाँ बोलो वेदांशी, which question? Page
Ma'am,
number?
in page number 51,
हाँ.
ma'am, उसमें दी है ना very short answer type.
Yes.
हाँ, उसमें 1 का F.
F. Last one, the process by which molecules
Yes, ma'am.
distribute themselves evenly within the space they occupy. Yes, what will be there? Again, see, I'm reading that question. The process by which molecules distribute themselves evenly within the space they occupy. That is diffusion.
Diffusion.
Like I told you na, that if you spray, if there is a good fragrance, so you are just spraying it in one corner of the room, but fragrance will spread in that entire room. Why it is happening? Because these molecules are taking place evenly of that space. They are covering that space. And one more example, in liquid case, if beaker is filled with water and you add a drop of ink, after some time, first so you can see the drop of ink is dark and it's going down. Okay, that is dark, very dark. But after some time it diffuses itself. मतलब वो इतना spread हो जाएगा कि evenly it will distribute और पूरा beaker का water है वो कैसा हो जाएगा, light blue. हमने तो एक ही ड्रॉप डाला डार्क ब्लू, but it will evenly distribute. So this is known as diffusion. 1 minute, why Srishti ma'am is calling? Let me talk. Sorry for the trouble. There was a call from school. So this chapter is over. If anyone is having doubt, you can discuss just now, or why I am in little hurry, because I thought that in July month I have to complete photosynthesis, and I'm just doing revision, and revision also I'm taking a lot of time. So in transpiration also, whatever we have done in April month, most of the students were regular. They were showing me their fair book, they were sending me their fair book pics, that ma'am, we have written this, and we have suppose tables I told you, or some diagrams I told you. So they have done very regularly. सो इफ इट इज सो, यू विल बी वेरी क्विक. अगर आपकी फेयर बुक कंप्लीट है, एक बार आपने अप्रैल में जो मैंने करवाया था वो किया हुआ है, सो यू विल बी वेरी क्विकली डू दिस चैप्टर. चैप्टर 5, ट्रांसपिरेशन. अगर नहीं किया, देन डोंट वरी, बिकॉज जो भी ऑडियो रिकॉर्डिंग्स है, वीडियो है, दैट आई एम गोइंग टू सेंड इन ग्रुप. So today I will send, today or tomorrow. So this whole week, whenever you get time, you can complete that lesson. And next week I will start photosynthesis, because that will take long time. In that I will make some videos also, and in live classes also I will explain. So anyone is having doubt for chapter 4, objectives, long question answer, that you want to discuss just now, or afterwards also you can write in WhatsApp. Okay, nobody is asking. So should I move further? Transpiration, I will have a quick revision, because like I told you, in revision, if
Yes,
time,
ma'am.
yes, if revision time is going more, then my main chapter photosynthesis will get less time. Okay, so we are on page 55. Page 55, figure 5.1. Again, in board exam, they ask diagram based question in which this figure will be given. So you have to observe that droplets are seen. Immediately it will come in your mind that this is an experiment of transpiration. So first question will be, what process is shown here? Answer is clear: transpiration. Second will be, define that process. Okay, so what will be your definition? That transpiration is the loss of water in the form of water vapor through stomata. Tiny small holes, stomata, present in the leaves. So that will be definition. Then third question will be there. What is the purpose of keeping that polythene bag or bell jar? Sometimes they keep
यार
bell
थोड़ी
jar.
ना एरियल पार्ट्स और लीव्स नहीं बोलेंगे हम.
Yes. So from the aerial part, or you can say that from the aerial parts of plant, stomata present in the aerial parts of plant, because lenticels are also there in aerial parts. Stem is having small holes known as lenticels, पर उसमें से very less transpiration is going on. So that is not enough to produce these droplets. So 90%, more than 90% transpiration is through stomata. Okay, so that is, you can see here that through stomata that water vapor is going out, and it is the purpose of keeping polythene or bell jar, so it will not escape into air and it will accumulate there. So you can see as a water droplets. So that is the purpose of keeping bell jar. Okay, next page, figure 5.2. Next page, figure 5.2. In this figure, instead of polythene, they have kept bell jar. So result will be same. Afterwards, the droplets will be formed, क्योंकि water vapor escape नहीं हो पा रहा. It's not going out in air. So it will accumulate there and it will form droplets which we can see. That is a proof that transpiration has taken place. Now in this figure 5.2, another experiment they have given, in which they have kept one paper. This paper is not simple paper, it is cobalt chloride paper. What is the purpose of, see, it is written in second paragraph, setup B, in fourth line it is written, the dry cobalt chloride paper. Okay, so when this cobalt chloride paper is dry, it is blue in color. How to make cobalt chloride paper? In lab also you can make that filter paper you have now in chemistry lab, you might have seen. It should be sprinkled with cobalt chloride powder, or it should be dipped in cobalt chloride solution and then leave it for drying. So it will become blue in color because it is in dry condition. So when cobalt chloride paper, which is easily available, ready made also, it is in dry condition, it is blue in color like figure C. When it is kept in bell jar with a plant, now this plant is kept in sunlight, so transpiration will take place. We are talking about figure B, setup B. So after some time, water droplets will be formed, and this water droplets will attach to that cobalt chloride paper also. It will absorb moisture from air. So cobalt chloride paper, when come in contact with moisture, what is this moisture? Water droplets or water removed because of transpiration. So cobalt chloride paper will turn pink when it absorbs moisture. So you can see in your textbook below that figure, two boxes are given left hand side, blue color and pink color. So when you read this, you will never forget that blue means dry state, and when water is attached or when water comes in contact with it because of transpiration, it becomes pink. So again, there is a proof that water is droplets are removed. We will not use that word droplets, but we will say water vapor is removed through stomata and which comes in contact with cobalt chloride paper, and so it turns pink. Again, in board exam, they will give this figure. They will ask what is the difference in figure B and figure C. What is the difference in color of that paper and why? Give your reason. And what is the conclusion of this experiment? Which process you have studied in this experiment? Define that. So again, questions will be there based on transpiration. Okay, so that is the process of transpiration, how we can prove with the help of cobalt chloride paper. Okay, in C figure, same diagram, C figure, there is no change in cobalt chloride paper. Explain. So you can explain that it is a control experiment and there is no other factors which is changing the color of paper. Suppose कि हमने ये bell jar sunlight में रखा. So it's not because of sunlight the color of the paper is changing. It's only because of water vapor the color of paper is changing. So purpose of control is also clear. Now next figure is there 5.3. How to measure that how much transpiration is taken place? Okay, transpiration is taking place, that we have proved, but how much? So in first figure, you can see that figure A, one bottle is there, and right hand side that measurement is there in tube. Like how many, like you can see there are some markings. So how many centimeters the water level is going down? More the transpiration, more absorption by roots. So more water from that side tubes will enter into that. So that marking you can see after 2 hours, the marking will be, the level of water will go down by 1 centimeter, 1.5 centimeter, depending on intensity of sunlight or depending on wind current also. So there are many factors which affect transpiration. The second method is there in figure B. You can take its weight also. आप उसका वजन भी कर सकते हो कि once you start your experiment, note down its weight, how much weight, total weight that potted plant or plant along with water. After 3 hours, there will be difference in weight क्योंकि कुछ water तो उसमें से transpiration हो गया, तो water level has decreased. So second method is weighing method. Then third method, like I told you that water level is going downward. So that is also you can see. Most important and accurate method is potometer. That also in the month of April, I sent that audio recording of how potometer is helping for measurement of transpiration. If I will get that, I will send that audio and now book so everyone is having that audio recording. I will send once again so you can revise. That was about figure 5.5. This Who is number 028? 028 कौन किसका नंबर है?
मैम मैं
कौन?
उमंग उमंग
ओके हाँ, तो ऐसे उमंग बोलो, मैं तो कैसे पता चलेगा कौन है? ओके, आई एम बिकॉज आई वांट टू टेक अटेंडेंस, सो आई एम आस्किंग, यू शुड नॉट बी मिस्ड आउट, अदरवाइज तुम एब्सेंट के नाम में आ जाओगे. ओके, सो वी आर हियर ऑन पेज नंबर 57, figure 5.5. Again, I explain, this is for transpiration measurement. So a tube is showing that marking 0 to 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter. Okay, right hand side one plant is kept. So when that plant is doing transpiration, water is absorbed by its roots. From where it will take water, you can see the channel is continuous. Okay, to show this water color, they have shown pink. Okay, otherwise just color water, so you can see that water easily in a tube. When you go down to the tube, you can see left hand side one air bubble is kept. How to keep this air bubble in? Like you can see one beaker is there left hand side, उसमें ये capillary हमने dip की हुई है. So when you dip this capillary in beaker and you tilt that, जैसे आप नो many times you might have seen कि अगर आप एक बीकर है उसको बड़े से बकेट में आप इन्वर्टेड रखते हो और जस्ट टिल्ट करते हो तो उसमें से एयर बबल्स निकलते हैं, दैट बबल्स आर मूविंग आउट. So same way here we have to keep the tube little tilted when you enter this tube in beaker. When you tilt it, air bubble will enter. It's little difficult, but with practice they can do that. So that air bubble will be there. Now when water is moving in a tube, that pink color water is moving, air bubble will also move. Now when we have to start this experiment, we will see that suppose air bubble is here at 0. Now after 1 hour, that air bubble moves to 1 centimeter. That means in this condition, 1 centimeter per hour. मतलब after 1 hour, the air bubble will move to 1 centimeter. So that is the speed of transpiration. Suppose if very hot sunlight is there and it's very windy, बहुत wind है, so transpiration will be very very fast. तो अगर ऐसी condition में आपने ये experiment setup किया, then the air bubble will move to 2 centimeter. Transpiration will be fast. So with this experiment or this particularly instrument, it was introduced or made by Genog's name of scientist. So it is known as Genog's potometer. और पोटोमीटर का मतलब ये है कि इट इज एन इंस्ट्रूमेंट टू मेजर ट्रांसपिरेशन. अब ये किसने बनाया? गैनोग्स ने बनाया. सो द नेम ऑफ साइंटिस्ट इज गैनोग. सो इट इज नोन एज गैनोग्स पोटोमीटर फॉर मेजरिंग rate of transpiration. That is rate of transpiration. And like I told you, to introduce air bubble is difficult. Then sometimes it happen that this small, the plant we have kept is small, that it may not continue for longer time. So that is again a problem. That is a limitation of this experiment. So that you have to read. Okay, now page number 58. 5 minutes I will take. Page number 58. Like I told you, from stomata transpiration takes place. Then lenticels, small holes present in the stem, woody stem. They are lenticels, but very less amount of transpiration takes place through that. Then this stem are surrounded by a waxy layer, cuticle. Leaves, stem, जो भी aerial parts है, they are having a cuticle, waxy layer to protect itself. From there also very little transpiration is going on. So that is cuticular transpiration. But like I told you, 90% or more than 90% transpiration is going with stomata. That is stomatal transpiration. Okay. Then we have explanation that how it is happening. So figure 5.6, stomata is open. You can see white color space between two guard cells. So that is the opening of stomata. This I think I will explain because just now that much time is not there. So I will find my explanation. Otherwise, again, I will make one video explanation and I will send you in this group that how stomata opens and close. Then what is easy that I am telling? Okay, what is tough that I will make video. Page 59, figure 5.9. What is the role of cobalt chloride paper? We have already studied. So here there are two leaves, upper side, one is taken as a upper side and one is taken as a lower side. Or in the same leaf, you can keep both the side, upper side one cobalt chloride paper and lower side one cobalt chloride paper. So generally it is there that lower side of leaf having more stomata, क्योंकि उस पर डायरेक्ट सनलाइट नहीं आती, दे वांट टू प्रोटेक्ट देमसेल्व्स, तो वो छुप कर बैठे हैं. कुछ ऐसे बच्चे होते हैं ना, वो जिनको बातें करनी होती है तो वो लास्ट बेंच पर चले जाते हैं, और जिनको कई बार दे डू सम अदर वर्क ऑल्सो, किसी का होमवर्क बाकी रह गया होता है और फिर पता होता है कि एडवर्ड सर तो हमें डांटेंगे, तो हम एडवर्ड सर का होमवर्क पीछे बैठ के कर लेंगे. सो व्हाई दे गो बैक? बिकॉज दे वांट टू हाइड देमसेल्व्स. सो हियर ऑल्सो लोअर साइड ऑफ लीफ हैज मोर स्टोमेटा. उनको छुप के रहना है कि सनलाइट से बहुत ट्रांसपिरेशन नहीं हो जाए और वाटर लॉस बहुत ज्यादा नहीं हो जाए. सो it is observed and it is proved that lower leaf surface has more stomata. How can we prove? So this cobalt chloride paper will turn faster into pink color. दोनों तरफ, ऊपर की सरफेस पर भी हमने कोबाल्ट क्लोराइड पेपर रखा, नीचे की सरफेस पर भी रखा. कौन सी सरफेस वाला कोबाल्ट क्लोराइड पेपर फास्ट और जल्दी पिंक हो जाएगा? That will be lower side. Why? Because lower side has more number of stomata. माइक्रोस्कोप में भी देख सकते हैं और हम ऐसे एक्सपेरिमेंट से भी प्रूव कर सकते हैं. So this experiment can also come as a diagram based question answer, right? That prove that lower surface has more number of stomata with the help of cobalt chloride paper. Okay, then we have cuticular transpiration. Through cuticle it takes place. Then factors and all, I think this all I have explained in audio, but then also if you need
Yes, ma'am, you explained everything.
but then also if you need any revision or explanation, I will send my audio recording again. Even see figure page number 63, page 63, figure 5.13. Figure 5.13 में you can see water droplets on the margin, that is guttation. And above that figure, bold letter में last fourth line में लिखा है hydrathodes. So hydrathodes are small holes in the margin of leaf through which water droplets are coming out. So they also ask the difference between transpiration and guttation. Okay, so that way also you have to learn. Last 5 minutes are there, so I'm not continuing. You have another class after 5 minutes. If any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, we will stop this lecture here. And as I told you, I will send again my recording so you can revise this chapter and we can start photosynthesis in next week. Okay, I'm telling attendance again. Vedanshi, Utkar, Sarthak, Arav, Anshum, Arkan, Aryan, Chinu, Himesh, Mahi, Om Patel, Rishabh, Navneet, Pooja, Ryan, Om Dani, Divya, Vardhan, Aman, Amrit, Sadaf, Sandeep, Umang. Anyone else whose name is
No. Eight.
कौन?
Eight.
Heth. Okay, Heth is also there. Anyone whose name is not Tarushi? Yes, Tarushi is also there. Yes, you can write down. I can. Pranjal. Yes, Pranjal. Pranjal, though I think name was there or not. Yes, anyone else whose name I have not written for attendance? Okay, students. So be careful because in Bhavnagar many cases are there. Don't go outside. Even I am taking this class from my home only. Unless it is not required, now we are also not going to school because it's not advisable to move out. Okay, so don't take it lightly. भले गवर्नमेंट ने लॉकडाउन नहीं किया, but actually now lockdown is required. तो हम अपने आप को we will be in self lockdown. We have to be very careful. So should I stop this meeting? Anyone wants to ask me anything? Any doubts?
Ma'am,
No, ma'am.
hydro
Huh.
thoughts are present in all plants or they are in selected
They are not only
plants?
selected plants and mostly they are monocots. Monocots मतलब जो small plants होते हैं ना, monocots, grasses and all. So mostly they are there in small plants क्योंकि ये किसकी वजह से होता है? Because of root pressure, right? तो जो tall trees है जैसे कि mango tree है, तो इतना ज्यादा तो water ऊपर नहीं पहुंचेगा कि वहां पर dew drops हो जाए. Sometimes it happens, but that is because of winter, and that all you can see that little layer of water. That too, it happens on our car or scooter or somewhere you might have seen. But what we are seeing these droplets is because of water coming out through that holes. So it is only in few plants, and mostly they are monocots, lower or small plants. Okay, any other doubt?
Ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, otherwise you can ask me in my personal WhatsApp number if you want to understand any topic. Then you
Okay,
write
ma'am.
that ma'am ये topic आप फिर से समझो ना, then I will give a audio explanation to that also, so that you can send me in personal.
Ma'am.
Okay, bye. And Arav, you can send this recording afterwards to me, or you can
Yes, ma'am. In 5-10 minutes, it will come in
in
my
mail.
email. After 10 minutes of when meeting ends, it
Oh,
comes. So I will send you
okay,
before 12.
okay, okay, okay. Thank you.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, bye. Take care.
Bye,
Bye,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye,
ma'am.
bye,
Bye, ma'am.
ma'am.
Bye, bye.